tu invece di popparmi.
I ain't forgot y'all. I'll be back. forgot y'all. I'll be back. I ain't forgot y'all. I'll be back. Remember that. Peace. Remember that. Peace. I ain't forgot y'all. I'll be back. Remember that. Peace.
Been fake, like autopsy pictures, things like that. Well, I've got a couple of things here with me today.
Okay.
First of all, I've got a driver's licence with a picture of Tupac on, and it says that he's actually 5'10".
Okay, there we go. 5'10". You got that Tupac and Shakur. There's his address, and 5'10". This is the California driver's licence. Americans spell it differently, but we'll forgive them that.
And on the coroner's report, it says that he's 72 inches, which is 2 inches taller than he should have been. And this was only a few months after he actually got his driver's licence. So, you know.
A few months later.
Yeah.
I mean, no one ever lies they're shorter, do they?
No, exactly.
People tend to lie the other way.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's stupid, really.
And the coroner's not going to say, oh, let's make him a bit taller.
Yeah. I mean, why would they do something like that?
Why would they do something?
The major thing, Johnny, was the weight on the driver's licence. It said 168 pounds.
Yeah.
But if you look on the coroner's report, it says 225 pounds.
Which is, no, that's big weight. That's 5 pounds heavier than Superman.
Yeah, that is, isn't it? Kryptonite. Wow. So, you know, that's basically the main point. I mean, you know, why would they do all this?
There's also confusion over the facts of his death on the actual night, isn't there? Just talking about that, like how quickly they disposed. Well, they buried the body and went through all that, the cremation.
Well, they cremated him the day after with no autopsy, or so-called no autopsy.
Which is very strange in America.
Well, it is, because it's illegal. Yeah. So, you know, why would they do something like that? His parents said they were going to have a funeral, but they cancelled it twice. So, you know.
Which brings us neatly on to your 7-day theory. What's the 7-day theory?
The 7-day theory. There was actually an album he brought out, which is the Don Caluminati.
Yeah. Machiavelli.
Which
he changed his name to.
He changed his name to Machiavelli, and it was after a guy called Niccolo Machiavelli. He was a guy who was an Italian political speaker.
He wrote The Prince, where we get the expression Old Nick.
Exactly. And Tupac read his books when he was in prison, and thought that, oh, right, this guy's, you know, a bit of a dodgy geezer, you know, gets around a bit.
Well, you might have thought that.
Yeah, exactly. And it says, Niccolo Machiavelli believed that faking one's death was good enough to get over one over on your enemies. So, you know, he thought everything.
Well, you fake your death and disappear for a while, then you can see your true enemies and friends.
Yeah, exactly.
It is part of the Prince,
And if you actually take out the K in Machiavelli, because that's why Tupac made it shorter, it actually spells I am alive.
Oh!
So you know, it's pretty weird. But the 7-day theory thing, he was shot on September the 7th.
Yeah, he's in hospital for 7 days before he died.
Until September the 13th. It was actually 7 months after he brought out his album All Eyes on Me, which was his biggest selling album. Right. And I want to know is he going to come back in 7 years straight after it? Right.
Also, his time of death was 4:03. 4 and 3 add up to 7. But that's a little bit trivial. But there is a great thing I know we've got with something you have about the theory about the sneakers he's wearing.
Yeah, there is a big thing about the sneakers. In one of his videos, it was brought out about 4 or 5 months after he was killed. You know, and they should have brought it out. You know, straight away, you know, anything he touched would have turned to gold dust. Yeah. But one of the cameramen is actually wearing a pair of trainers that wasn't actually out before he died. They came out afterwards. So...
Let's have a look at this. I think we've got the footage. And just talk us through this, please, Will.
Well, you can check it out. I mean, obviously, the start of the video and everything.
OK, here's the start of the video. That's just a guy rocking.
That's Tupac, that is.
That's Tupac. Are those the sneakers there? No.
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 It'll freeze the point.
OK.
Look at that, right there.
OK, is Tupac in this shot?
He's not actually in that shot.
Because that could have been added later.
They could have added it in later, but it was 5 months after. You know, why would they do something like that? I mean, as I said, anything he touched would have turned to gold dust. You know what I'm saying? It's like.
So you're saying those sneakers weren't actually out at the time?
No, they weren't. So.
Because you know your sneakers.
Yeah, I know my sneakers.
OK. What do you think? If he is alive, what's he doing now? Just kind of sunning it with Jim Morrison?
Well, he could have been, or Elvis, you know. One of your biggest...
While the king serves them a burger.
Yeah, he could do, serve him up. But, no, I think that his auntie, Assata Shakur, was a member of the Black Panther Party back in the 60s, and she went on the run to Cuba, and I think he's gone there, and he's, you know, living out there with her.
Hold up in Cuba.
And he's going to come back, I think, in the year 2003, 7 years after, you know, and come back on his enemies, because it's like Puff Daddy and Jay-Z are all getting in trouble at the moment. Maybe
because there was that big reference between Death Row and the other lot.
Bad Boy, yeah, they all had a complete big fallout, you know, and Notorious B.I.G. died.
And there was,
and, you know, they thought that maybe Suge Knight is...
Undercurrent of violence, anyway.
Yeah,
and he probably wanted to get away from that because I don't think he was from that background originally anyway. I think there was something he added on later in his life, but I don't know that for sure. OK, do you know what? There's the evidence. There's some key points there, which I'm sure Barry, 20 years in the Met, Shoreham would have picked up on. Barry, you've heard everything Ill Will has to say. What do you think?
I think he's got, there's an awful lot of evidence to suggest what he's saying could well be true. There are some things that I would doubt, and one is the fact that he goes to a hospital. You then start to involve so many people in a conspiracy that that would shed the biggest light. The second thing would be that there is a body. It might not be his body, but there is a body.
Yes, cremated. There isn't any more a body, is there?
No.
It's supposedly cremated, and they cremated it the day after he died, which is his point, without even a coroner's report taking place, which you'll know, Barry, is his strange procedure, and they're even tighter about it in the States.
Very strange, and they're even tighter in the States than they are here.
Yeah.
And I would say that well, they are.
Yeah, it's weird.
But,
I think.
But
someone made that point earlier.
I would say that with the evidence that Will's put forward, I would certainly look a lot deeper.
Have you ever dealt with a case like this, Barry, in your 20 years in the Met?
Not a conspiracy to murder, but or to disappear, but...
Murder, you say? Murder is a very serious business. OK, Barry, thank you very much indeed. No one suggested murder, Barry. You've brought something new in. Perhaps Ill Will could chew on that. Barry thinks it's murder.
Murder?
Man shot in car. Conclusion? Murder. Do you know what? Ill Will, thank you very much for coming down here. I thoroughly enjoyed that. I tell you, you can tell me in the break as well. He had this, if you really know, he had this tattooed on his stomach.
Yeah.
Thug life.
Yeah.
Does it include any expletive naughty words?
Yeah.
The F does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'll tell me what it stands for during the break. That's exactly what we're going to take now.